I'm Eric Schumacher-Rasmussen, the editor and VP of Streaming Media, and I'm here at the Northern Waves TV event in Oslo. And I'm here with Tone Krohn Clausen from Canal Digital, who's going to give a case study on what's called a pay TV operator case study, looking specifically at the OnePlace Android TV experience that Canal has developed. Could you tell us a little bit about what that OnePlace experience is all about?
Well, basically it's about several things, but for me the most important thing is that now we truly combine both the live TV experience with the on-demand experience, apps and game, being able to Chromecast to the big screen, all together in one piece. So I think basically it's a unique TV experience, really taking the innovation speed that we've had on all the small screens, where you can easily develop an app, and really innovating and making a totally new big screen experience. And you might say that a lot of companies have started developing more modern TV experience on the big screen as well, but doing that together with Google and with their Android TV platform is really something that's shifting our innovation speed and enabling us to go much, much further at a much lower cost and a better speed. So I think that's the most important kind of two things, maybe both for the users and for what we can do in our innovation going forward.
And how has the response been so far?
The response has been very good. We've had a lot of customers saying it's kind of much more easy to find content. More of the customers having this are streaming than customers having our legacy boxes, which is kind of one of the main purposes. And you really don't know you're streaming. And I think that's kind of, we're talking about live direct TV and we're talking about streaming as two very separate things. But from a consumer point of view, I really just want to sit down and relax. And to be fed with the right content at the right time. And this is what's actually happening now with this experience. Sure. And of course, we, as all companies who are launching something, have our kind of snags that we need to fix, but it's a totally different universe. Our last boxes, we could have kind of like 1 or 2 upgrades every year because it's so hard developing on proprietary software. But right now we're having kind of like 1 a month, basically. Wow. So, and we're aiming at 1 every second week. So even if you have some things you have to fix, it's like, it's so much easier.
I assume you want to make that experience transparent to the user as well, so that they don't know that things have changed. They just know that things have gotten better. And
absolutely, absolutely. So of course, we just upgrade overnight, and then the next day they might have a new feature or a better experience, or So that's
great. And so, taking a step back and looking at kind of the big picture of the OTT market right now, what do you see as some of the biggest opportunities and challenges that players in the market face?
I think if you go really long back and look at the value chain, the TV industry is very exciting because you have the broadcasters and you have the distributors and you have kind of the transmission or kind of technology enablers that used to have their separate roles. But now everything is kind of mixing up together. So Google is both developing content with YouTube, they're in technology with their Android TV, and they're in the digital ad space with their DoubleClick. You have like the NRKs who are here, who used to be kind of just linear TV, now they have their own streaming apps. So I think kind of the industry is changing, where all the roles in the value chain are kind of being disturbed, and everybody is kind of stamping on each other's toes a little bit, which is a good thing. But it's also challenging because it means that if we really want to succeed, especially locally, we need to collaborate much better in order to kind of create a new TV experiences together.
Right, and that's really been one of the themes of the event today that people keep coming back to, is this need to collaborate and solve some problems together, so that you're not individually expending so much energy on what should be table stakes and should be something that just works, right? So it's been great to hear that people in the industry, particularly here, are taking that approach. Competition is necessary, competition is good, but why compete on some of the basic things? Yeah,
because if you know you have the global giants like Google, of course, you kind of should figure out how to use them as an enabler, but at the same time you need to understand that Apple, Google, Netflix, those guys have innovation speed and a funding that's kind of completely different than ours. So if you're a local player, you have to kind of figure out how to collaborate in order to succeed.
Right. Well, thank you very much. I've been speaking with Tone Krohn Clausen from Canal Digital.